We begin with some tough news. That breaking news, a terror threat in Los Angeles targeting the Universal City Metro line. FBI now investigating the credibility of the threat. Officials say it was specific and imminent. ABC's Matt Gutman is on the scene in Universal City with the latest. Good morning, Matt.
Hey, good morning, George. That tip warned of a specific attack at this metro station this morning, just steps away from Universal Studios. Now, we just saw the LA Sheriff's Department rolling in with an armored car. Security's beefed up here. A man speaking English phoned in that threat to a public safety hotline abroad. It was deemed credible enough that the FBI had to make the unusual move of alerting the public. This morning, one of the gateways to Universal Studios bristling with anti-terror units. The FBI says a threat called into a foreign public safety hotline warned of a terrorist attack on the Red Line metro stop just yards from Universal Studios. Overnight, the area looked like an action movie set. From the air, you could see them overnight, K-9 units and officers with automatic weapons. The FBI announcing the threat Monday night.
The reason that we wanted to bring this information to your attention is that there is the imminent threat that it was to take place tomorrow.
What differentiated this threat from hundreds of others, said authorities, was its specificity and timing. Just hours away, and that it targeted a spot used by tens of thousands every day.
Right now we do have specific information, and we're trying to determine whether it is a credible threat.
Still, LA Mayor Garcetti urging people to go about their daily business and even ride the metro as he will.
In fact, I'll be boarding the Red Line myself in the morning at Universal City at the stop there.
Now, law enforcement officials tell me that the threat was actually broader than just this metro station, but because it had some obvious mistakes, it limited its credibility. Still, we are told to expect beefed up securities here during the holiday season. George.
Okay, Matt, thanks very much. Let's bring in our senior justice correspondent, Pierre Thomas. And Pierre, so specific, this threat and attack supposed to happen today. It set off a real scramble among federal authorities.
George, it's been an intense 24 hours as U.S. law enforcement agencies debated how to handle this threat. And George, my sources told me overnight that they simply ran out of time. If this threat was imminent, there was not enough time to discount or confirm the threat. So despite the skepticism of some officials, my sources said they had no choice but to warn those commuters heading to trains this morning in Los Angeles.
And Pierre, there's always so much concern around the holiday season.
George, none of this happens in a vacuum. This is a tense moment for law enforcement. We're in the midst of a holiday season that they know al-Qaeda and ISIS would like to hit. And there's a backdrop of recent history with the one-year anniversary of the San Bernardino massacre, the attempted bombing in New York City over the summer. And just last week, a man possibly inspired by ISIS tried to run over and stab people on the campus of Ohio State University. Intense times, George.
Cannot be too careful. Pierre Thomas, thanks very much.